I am Krystale Littlejohn. I'm an associate professor of sociology here at the University of Oregon, and I study race, gender, and reproduction. So I'm really interested in how our ideas about gender undergird so much of our practices around birth control, and interrogating the ways that those practices contribute to inequality. So I was delighted to give a talk on my book, Just Get on the Pill, The Uneven Burden of Reproductive Politics. I talk about how our gendered logics about birth control undergird women's inability to prevent pregnancy the way that they want to, and also protect themselves from disease. So really taking a sociological and interdisciplinary approach to challenge the gendered logics that are just kind of in the water and that we don't understand as being social ideas. We think of them as natural, and we reinforce them all the time in our daily practices, but they actually are really harmful for people's health and their bodily autonomy. And so I talked about what my work shows, drawing on interviews with just over 100 young women, discussing their experiences trying to navigate birth control use and pregnancy prevention in a broader context of gender inequality, relationship inequality, and gendered power. I love everything that you all do, and I think it's so important. And so my book and my work in general are really focused on interrogating inequality everywhere, and taking an intersectional approach that gets us to think about identities and institutions and structural oppression that prohibit people from living fully self-determined lives, and to try and deploy my research to help others to be able to live the lives that they've been deprived of. And so I am delighted to be associated with CSWS. I'm delighted to be able to have my work contribute to a longer history of research at the University of Oregon that centers the needs of women, and in my case, this centers the needs of women and people who can get pregnant, and that is really focused on trying to push things forward and move the needle in our thinking about gender inequality, gender identities, and the ways that all of us in society perpetuate gender inequity. And so I think it is directly related to the mission, and I'm really inspired that I can be part of the community.